In case any one of you haven't built a computer system before, um, this is something that is kind of simple nowadays. So basically you need, I got this computer case, this Corsair power supply. Since it's just a regular work computer, it's not a gaming computer, so I don't need a bigger wattage on it. So it's only 550 watts. Then this motherboard, the Gigabyte 83200M S2H, and it comes with pretty much everything you need. It has your built-in video ports. It has PS2 mouse and keyboard. Then it has HDMI, four USB 3 ports. I think that's 2 regular USB 2 ports, an RJ45, which is for your Ethernet, and built-in audio as well. Then I have a 2 terabyte hard drive, Seagate hard drive. Let me put in there 2 terabyte hard drive, and a DVD-ROM. What brand is this? LG. It's an LG DVD-ROM and rewritable. And then an AMD Ryzen 3 3.7 gigahertz CPU. That's what compatible with this motherboard, and a 16 gigabyte DDR4 video. Then I'm going to take everything out, and once I start putting it together, then I'll start recording again. So the first step is going to be to put the motherboard and my power supply inside this case. I went and replaced the case because I had this one, the Thermaltake Versa H17, but that doesn't have a bay for the DVD drive. So I went and I got the same brand, but it's the V100, and it has 2 bays for CD, DVD drives. So then take this out. See, it already has the studs there for putting the motherboard, and it comes with some stuff already, the hardware that you need in case you don't have any extra. You always keep extra from other builds and how the computer work. I also went and got this 2 drives. This is the 1 terabyte hard drive, just because I only had one 2 terabyte hard drive, and I won't be able to do a RAID 1 with that. RAID 1 is where the drive mirrors exactly the same from one to the other. In case one fails, you have a backup. We'll get into that one when we do the setup of the motherboard. gonna line this, move this post to here and here. There's one missing there. Let's say this one has one there. There's another one right there. There's another one right there. So there's only two missing. And then transfer it right here. They're all aligned. So this came with this little set of screws. See what fits there. Okay, now they're all in. Let's tighten them. All right. CPU. CPU. And it should have an orientation for it. You see that little notch right there? That should go with the one on the motherboard right on this corner. There you go. Close it. It's in place. Now the box also comes with this fan. With the CPU fan and heatsink all in one. And you don't have to put any thermal grease on it because it already comes built into this. Alright, let's remove it. See what's going on there. So I guess it's better if I do it with the motherboard removed so that I can hold the back plate. See this back middle plate for it? Let's see how we reach. This is the CPU fan plug right there, and you see that tab on that side. It tells you that this goes into there, so there's only one way of plugging it in. There you go. And then we tighten this. Make sure this is all the way down. There you go. There it is. And while we're at it, I can put the memory on it. This 16 gigabytes DDR4 memory for it. So let's do the first one, the one label 1. You see right there, there's 2 banks, and the motherboard tells you how they're labeled. This one on the far side, it's DDR4 bank 1, and the other one's bank 2. So we start with bank 1, and there's a specific orientation for the notch right there to go into the card slot. Just press it in. There you go. Clips in. Put this back in there. I'm pushing the motherboard a little bit just to make sure that it aligns with the screw posts. removing the other cover, the other side. This is where we're going to add the power supply. So this is how a lot of power supplies are now. They come this modular connection so that you can add just whatever you need. The main one that always comes with it is going to be this too, for the motherboard. Here. Feed it through there and this way, because the fan faces up and there's a hole on top for that. It also came with this screws for it, but I already had some from the motherboard that I can use. Okay, so this big one is the one that's going to plug into your main ATX motherboard connector. What's the direction? Is this way. This is gonna run power here to this other side of the motherboard, and let's see the connector and the round. There's a flat side to the connector and a round side on the top, so that's just gonna align with this as well, right there. So, there you go. Now that that's there, let's see what needs to be plugged in from the case. Now the case has reset switch, power LED negative, HD LED, and power switch. The motherboard has those. There should be one for that. It's called a panel. So this one's audio. Which one is it? Right here. Right, so if you look closely, there, right there. Let's see if we can zoom in. So you have this two bottom ones, the hard drive, this, so those two. Then the next two are the reset. The two on top are the power, and the other three says power LED, and this is not connected. It says right there, NC not connected. Power LED plus, okay, plus is this side, minus the other side. So they go right there. Two. The other one is hard drive. Oh, HD LED. HD LED plus and minus. So HD LED. Then we got power. I'm just thinking about later for cleaning up with tying cables. Make sure that they're running under there so that I have room for that. Power is the top one. Power switch. Right there. And reset switch. Now this case also has this connector for USB 3, and we just happen to have a motherboard that has USB 3 connectors. So there is a USB 3 right here, there. Make sure that and the notch faces the notch in there, and it should fit. There it goes. It's in there all the way. Now this one should be for your regular USB, and one is HD audio. Here's USB and audio. So let's see. Well, you do have an audio one, so let's see if it can fit the right connection. There's one that is blocked, that is not used on it, so it should match the one that goes in there. There's one right there that is not, that is empty, so that's where this goes in for audio. And then let's see if we have additional USB that we can use here. One, yes it does. There's two USB connectors there, so I'm going to use one. And there you go. So now I have everything from the case that should be working. I have power for the connectors, the switches. Now we're gonna add a hard drive to it. Actually, two hard drives. And I believe that goes on the other side. Go to the other side, the hard drive base. Here they are. Nice and pretty base. So I have two Toshiba hard drives, and they're 1 terabyte right there. So this is very simple. It has the notches in there for this little tray. You see that? Fits right in there. So you don't even need to screw them in or anything. Why? Because you won't need it. It holds them in place. So it goes the first drive. Let's see, let's just go this way, I think. And then the second one. Same thing. So I want this side to be facing where the connector will be, right here. Let's see if you see it right there, where the connector would be. Why? Because when I plug in here, I want to be able to go through here with the cable to the power supply. And there it is. And my motherboard came with two SATA connectors. I think I have better ones. They're about the same. Actually, this one's better. Why? Because it has this flat side that I can put in here. See that? I think I wanted to face the other way instead. If it will let me. I don't think it will. Yes, it does. The power supply came with this bundle of modular cables that we'll add, and this is what they're for. So this one has somebody's still making using old floppy connectors. This one's for the SATA. This one's for SATA as well. And I think this one is for PCIe, mostly for your video cards. But this motherboard has built-in video in it. Yeah, this is for old-fashioned because this is for for a hard drive, the old-style hard drive. So right now I'm just going to use one. This one will go. Let's see. It's right there. And this one plugs into this one right here. There we go. And we'll have them run through the same path in there. So I think that's everything on this side. As far as hard drives, let me put that case back. Cover back. So now we have the motherboard on this side and the connections for the hard drive. And make sure that it's not interfering with anything else. Actually, I still needed something on that side. I needed two things on this side. This is where the power supply comes out. And the connections for it as well. So I need to get it on this side. Go ahead and run two for SATA connections in there. plugged one in already. See if I can do the other one. Goes in here. There it goes. This side's done. Just plug that in there. So now we're going to add a DVD drive for this right here. Let's see. I am going to plug in the hard drive to SATA right there, 1 and 2. The first 0, 0, 1 and 2. Okay. So I'm gonna say this one's gonna be 1, this one's gonna be 2. So that's my second drive. That's my first drive. This one will go on the second slot right there. See connection. For the DVD drive, we're just going to punch one of these out, and from the inside I can see that maybe the second one is the better option because the first one has a metal plate. So just push it out. There you go, it just came off right away. And then my DVD drive just go in there like this. There it goes. Okay, so the DVD drive goes in here, and I'll use a couple of these very fine thread screws for put one on this side and one on the other side. Let's see, one right here. And the other one will go in here. it in. Let's see. Oh, I got a case fan too that I forgot to plug in. It's right here. There it goes. And power for it. Connection to the motherboard. Let's see if you can see that. Plug it in right here. Alright, so I think I got everything plugged in with power. Now I'm going to hook it up to a monitor and keyboard set, and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to load Windows 7. I've got a version of Windows 7 right here. Just an OEM one that I bought. That's the reason I'm building this. Okay, so for this, I'm going to do SATA. Typically, if you're not comfortable doing this, just keep your drive on the other mode. Just that one, AHCI. But I want to do RAID and enable that RAID mode. And going to setting that up. Let's see if it lets me do it. Oh shoot. So now I'm starting it. I was looking at the settings for the BIOS to see if I had any way to access whatever options for SATA I had, so I guess it doesn't. So I'm gonna try just loading Windows 7 first, and then whatever drivers. So while Windows loads this files, and you can see everything's running right there. So if that's all you need, and then you're going to install your own operating system, you have a system that's running already. And you can continue installing your system, operating system, and tidy up the cables. I didn't do it here, but you can do it yourself. But this is the basics of installing, I mean building your own system.